We are live at State Farm Stadium in Glendale, Arizona for Week 9 action, in which the San Francisco 49ers come into town to take on the Cardinals. And about midway through the season, this is one of those games that could completely change the course of a season. Both of these NFC West teams have had an incredible start to the season, producing a 5-3 and 8-0 record respectively. For those 8-0 Cards, they have been playing with so much intensity as they are on a mission to redeem themselves from their Super Bowl loss just last year. And they have rode that intensity to an undefeated season as we are at just about the halfway mark. And while the Niners have had a good year and made the few mistakes that any team can make, this game right here could completely change the tide for them. As just 3 games down, if they are able to march into Glendale and hand their rivals their first loss of the year, not only would it be a huge momentum killer for them, but it would give them an additional edge as these two teams will meet once more in a mere 2 weeks from today. So with both teams making final preparations for this huge NFC West clash, will it be Arizona extending their undefeated season to 9 games, or will it be San Fran opening the door to make a crack at the division title? It is just about time for us to find out, as our game is finally on. Hawk kicks us off, Drayton back to receive. He gets and takes the knee for the touchback. And that will bring out the 49er offense to begin the game as they are led out by Mr. Irrelevant, Brock Purdy. And while he hasn't had a phenomenal season by any means, he has done just what this team has needed, only turning the ball over 3 times and keeping this offense running steady. Let's now see if they can get more of that same today as they start their initial drive on the 25. CMC is in the backfield. Purdy gets. Fires middle. He hits Ayuk, who is immediately wrapped up by Thompson, and a quick strike gets them an immediate conversion to begin. That will move them up 10 yards. Now from the 35. Ball is snapped. He steps right and throws, and he finds Gray, who meets the dirt quickly after the grab, and he did well to escape the All-Pro Baker uncoverage there. Another nice completion. Now they bring in the fullback, but they do give to McCaffrey. Has the lane right. Downfield block from Ayuk. Tries to get inside, and the ball is out. They dive for the ball, and Arizona has it. The Cardinals have gotten on top of the ball, and it's the rookie Lonnie Johnson who came up with it. And just like that, an exciting opening drive ends in a turnover. Jalen Thompson came with a routine tackle, but the reliable McCaffrey simply lost it at the end. And that will mean it is now time for the Arizona offense to make their way out for the first time today. And they are in turn led out by their quarterback, Kyler Murray, and he has been an absolute monster this year, making plays both through the air and the ground, and they're only looking for him to cut down on the picks, and maybe he can find himself an MVP this year. Here we go. Oh, wait, hold up, everyone. We're hearing they have a booth review at this time. Let's see what they're going to be looking at here. They seem to be taking another look to see if this was actually a fumble. They're trying to determine if he had the knee or elbow down before the ball popped out. From that angle, it looks a lot like no fumble. But let's see what they say here.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
And they say no fumbles, so now the Niner offense comes back out. Another for McCaffrey. Block from Juszczyk. Clears some room, but he gets taken down soon after from Collins. And it looks like they want to go straight back to him to get back to the form he had last week on the ground, where he put together 76 yards and a score. That's 2 on the run, 2nd and 8 now. This time it's for Mitchell, moving left and quickly cut down in the backfield, and it's once again Collins on the play, making his presence felt early on here. So after they lose 1, now it is 3rd down, needing 9 to convert. Back to the pass. Purdy with the ball, rolls out left, pressure, and he chucks this one out of bounds. Good work by him because Mack had a sack waiting for him there, and that brings this drive to a 4th down halt. But they decide they want to bring out the kicking team, so here is Moody from 56 yards out. His kick is up, and it is no good. It flew wide right, pushed just too far wide, and that means their exciting drive ends with nothing on the board. A very, very frustrating start, not only for the Niner offense, but Kyle Shanahan as the head coach. And that will now mean that Arizona will start with some great field position. Can they capitalize? It's going to be time for us to find out all about it as Kyler Murray returns to the field now for the first time of the day. And officially the ball is placed 4 yards shy of midfield. They start with a fullback in the formation. What's the call? It's a stretch right. Williams looking for space, but there is nowhere to go as he gets dropped by Jackson behind the line for a bit of a loss. Not the start they wanted there. That will officially be backing them up 1 yard. So now they'll be looking at a 2nd and 11. What do they do now? It's another for Williams up the middle as he blows through a tackle. Falling forward through a tackle from Greenlaw as he meets the dirt after crossing the 15. And now let's see what they can do as they face third down to avoid the 3 and out. Ball on the 48, needing to reach the 44. Murray gets, slings right, and off the mark, incomplete. He wanted McBride near the boundary, but Oliver was there with some perfect coverage to not let him have a chance at this one. So after the punt, Niners go back with the ball starting on the 20-yard line. Purdy gets, moving out of the pocket as he's chased by Ojulari, closing in, and he tosses this one out of bounds. He tried to extend, but there was nothing open downfield for him to hit. Moving to second down. Shotgun set now. Ball is snapped. Rifles left as he's hit, and this one is overthrown for Ayuk. He had to rush it slightly as Collins was flying in, and it cost them the completion. So that moves us to third down, still needing 10 to avoid matching Arizona's 3 and out. Snap. It's a screen. Gets to McCaffrey, moving inside blocks. Cut down by Collins around the 25. And the man who's been there on basically every play shows up again as he forces another fourth down, this time to be accompanied by a punt and not a field goal try. Cardinal offense returns starting on the 29, 6:49 left in the first. Murray gets, looking, sliding back deep, pocket collapses. He fires to the sideline, he gets absolutely rocked by Bosa. Even with no sack, he has to avoid hits like that today. After the incompletion, time for second down. Ball is snapped. Fires left, and Hamler rips it down through tight coverage from Lenore, who falls down, sprinting ahead as the cavalry arrives to drag him down near the Niner 40, and that is a massive first completion on the day, and that will immediately move them straight into enemy territory. Murray decided to go for a 50-50 ball, and Hamler went up and took it from the defender. Here we go. New set of downs now as they hit the 41. They give back to Williams. And he gets a solid run. Nothing too crazy as that is a 2nd and 8. Stats for everybody. That was 30 on the ground. Now they give back to Williams. Has space. He cuts it back inside. Throws off a defender near the marker and rolling forward through another as he's finally down short of the 25. Williams gets his first big carry of the afternoon, and they want more of those from him today. 12 more on the ground. 5 minutes left in the quarter. Back to the pass. Bosa crashing up the right. Dumps middle for Williams. Quickly taken down by Warner. A great decision by Murray to find what was open for him. Here we go. 2nd and 5 now. From the 21. They pitch it to Williams. He's going, trying to find a lane, but there was none as he gets sent down by Ufunga after a mere yard on the play, as that brings us to third down. Here we go. 3rd and 4 from the 20. Murray drops back. He tosses left. McBride brings it in a very physical grab at the right time as he had both Ufunga and Greenlaw in on coverage, and he still came away with this ball. Here we go. We have to take another look at this. Just what a grab here. 2 men on him, and he finds a way to bring it in. That will earn them a new set of downs once again inside the red zone. Give to Will. No play action. Rifles left, and he has it. Touchdown, Cardinals! And just as they close in on the end zone, he looks for a superstar target in Hollywood Brown. He brings in the first points of this game, and this was just a phenomenal play design. Let's get another look at this right now. This is what they did. Just tell your speediest guy to go get to that back line and let the speed take you straight across while they deal with the play fake. What a call from the Cards on offense. What a call from Coach Marlin. Garfield's now out for the point after. His kick is up, and it is good. And after an 8-play, 71-yard drive, it's the defending NFC champs who take the first lead of this game as they go up by 7. Now the ball goes back to San Fran, trying to make this level once more. What do? They're going to go back to McCaffrey. He's rushing left, has space across the marker. Finally dragged down by White on the play. And here we go. Him exploiting this defense will be the key to their success today. They're going to get 14 on that initial run, going with a pistol look this time. Snap. Give to McCaffrey again, going left, met, and taken down by the pair of Collins and White to keep it to a solid gain on the ground. Officials give him 3. 2nd and 7 now. Purdy gets Ojulari off the edge. He gets a hand on, and Mack comes in as well, dropping him as that is a sack on the play. A phenomenal combination by their pair of edge rushers to make that huge play. Ojulari showed off that amazing speed, getting all the way around the pocket, and that led him straight into the powerful Mack, who wasn't going to let him escape on this one. It goes down as a loss of 12, so that means it's a 3rd and 19, needing to reach their own 49. Ball is snapped. Standing tall, and he goes down That is another sack on the play. Back-to-back plays with the same result. This time the damage is done by one of their most underrated rushers in Bryce Huff. Ball is punted back to the Cards. They start the drive on the 39. Patterson is the back. Murray fires right, and McBride cannot bring this one in. Great coverage from Hufanga to bring the hit at the perfect time. 33 seconds left in the first. 3 receivers left. They're going to give to Patterson. Up the middle and nowhere to go as he is dropped to the line by Hargrave for no gain on the play. So now we have a third down. The time running down. Will they snap it? They do. It's another pass call. Murray unloads deep left for Hamler. And he has it. He's hit down immediately by Lenore. A massive connection between the two after he beat Lenore after he got off the line. And that right there will be bringing us to the end of the first quarter of play with Arizona leading by a score of 7-0. Our second quarter of action begins with the Cards now inside the red zone. After the huge connection in the first, they give to Connor. Meets the mass. He has nowhere to go. And this first run of the day is a short one for him. Officials will give him one on the play. 14 yards out now. They're going to go with another for Connor. He gets a lane up the middle. Brought down by Bowser after crossing the 10. And a nice quick redemption for the veteran back right there. So after 5 on the carry, they need 4 for the first, 9 for the score. They snap. Murray scanning. Dumps right to Connor. Met. Spun down by Warren near the marker, and they rule him just short of the sticks. A phenomenal play by their all-pro linebacker as he took a perfect angle to the ball and made a perfect tackle to hold him short. But they're not giving up. Arizona is going for this on 4th down, needing just 1 to convert. They give to Arma, switches direction, Met, and fighting toward the lines. Reaching, finally ripped down, and that is enough. The fullback gets it done and keeps the drive alive. New set of downs now, 1st and goal from the 3. They go back to the pass. Rifles right, and this one falls incomplete. He had McBride open, but just rushed the throw so slightly. Moving to 2nd down, still a goal to go. Bunch set right. Murray gets. Tosses right. Hollywood up, and he cannot bring it down. Oliver with some perfect single coverage against their money man on the play. After 2 receptions, that means it's 3rd and goal. Still 3 yards out. A 3rd straight pass called. Murray rolls left, spins and throws to the end zone. Wilson up, and he can't bring it down as he gets rocked out of midair. Another massive play by Warner, this time to prevent the touchdown. And will that finally be the end of this drive, or will they go for it again? They decide to settle it down. Garfield from 20 yards out, right hash. His kick is up, and it is good. And while the Niner defense did well to keep them out of the end zone, that will make this a 2-score game. Niner defense playing well, but the score now sits at Cardinals 10, Niners nothing as San Fran is back on offense. Purdy gets patient, fires left, and Ayuk goes up to get it. Quickly brought down by a trio of defenders, but great work by the young superstar to go up and show off the vertical to snag that one down. That will officially be a gain of 20 on the reception, 5 yards shy of midfield now. Purdy drops back. Farrell breaks through, dumps to McCaffrey, and met by another trio of defenders at the line of scrimmage. The Cardinal defense is swarming very well right now. That is officially no gain on the play. 2nd and 10. They stay past. Purdy scanning. Steps back, rolls away from Farrell, and he chucks it away at the last second as Mack was coming off the backside once again for the big hit. Just like that, San Fran faces 3rd down, needing to flip the field for the first. 4th straight pass call. Farrell breaking through again, pushing Purdy out right, gets around the edge. Quickly wrapped up by Huff near midfield, and an incredible effort by him will not be enough as they will be forced to punt once more. What coverage by the defense. He showed great awareness to get out and around the edge, and if he made one man miss, he had a chance to get close to that first. So now out comes Wisnowski for the punt, standing on the 36. He boots it away. Pascal back to receive, but he will not get a chance to return this one as it's sent out, marked down at the 6. And a phenomenal kick by Wisnowski will now force Arizona to start their backs against their own end zone as they look to create another scoring drive. Just under 7:30 left in the half, they go with 3 tight ends. Murray under center. It's a stretch right for Connor. Tries to cut inside. Warner, who gets he got a piece when he's dropped powerfully by Bosa after a great defensive play to start. Officials give him 1. Now from the 7. They go with another for Connor. Gets a lane left across the marker. Met by a pack of Niners, and that's going to bring him down around the 20. And the difference right there was that the back-to-back plays can have fully on display there. The first one didn't work, so why not try it again? That time they do end up giving him 14 on the play. Patterson now subs in as the back. And now he's going to get the ball. He tries to go right, and he runs down quickly by Armstead. The defense is trying to get control of this game here. After a short run, 2nd and 8 now. Murray gets with the play clock nearly off. Eyes downfield, slings right. He hits Wilson near the sideline. He's immediately tackled down by Greenlaw. And his first catch of the game is a big one. And that one worked out just how they drew this one up. What a play by the Arizona Cardinals. Let's take another look at this one here as we're going to go to a replay review after that massive reception. They got Wilson matched up with a linebacker running the wide stretch of the field, and there was no way he was going to be able to keep up with the speedy second-year receiver out of Stanford. After 29 in the reception, now into enemy territory. They go back to Condo, play action, rolling left. He fires downfield. He finds McBride, and he holds him through the hit. Back-to-back big catches, and this one was a very impressive toss from Murray on the throw. Cards are now 10 out from the red zone. 4:15 left. Murray drops back. Pump fakes. Pressure coming, and he goes down. That is a sack on the play for their outside linebacker, Tyus Bowser, beating rookie tackle Fordham off the blind side. This was just great speed from him, and he never even gave Murray a chance to take off and get away from the sack. That will be 11 yards lost on the play. So with that, the ball will be spotted backed up to the 42. What do? They're going to give to Williams. He goes left, met by a trio of defenders who fight him down around the 35. A nice run to skip them some back. So now a 3rd down to come. They decide to go empty, needing 15 for the first. The ball is snapped. Murray looking, buying time, rifles right, and knocked down by Thomas, but he got lucky here as that was an ill-advised throw, and this one could have very easily been an interception on a different day. And now, with their rookie kicker having a slightly weaker leg, they will punt. Hawk gets and boots it away. Extra air under this one. Take it a while in the air. It takes a bounce and fielded by Sanders inside the 10. And now it's Purdy and company who find themselves pinned deep in their own half as they tack back over possession. Sorry, guys, I forgot to speak right there as the drive will start on the 8. Just under 3 minutes in the second quarter. Purdy's under center. They give to McCaffrey. Moving right. Met and a perfect tackle from White brings him down for what looks to be a minimal gain on the initial play of the drive. So after 1 on the ground, they reset with a bunch look left. And Purdy gets. He fires left. Has Kittle swiftly brought down by Collins, and it looks like they will mark him just shy of the sticks. And that play will be bringing us into the 2-minute warning as the Niners look to put together a 2-minute drill to bring this to a 1-score game. Final 2 minutes of the half. San Fran faces a 3rd down, needing less than a yard. What do? They snap. It's a quick dump to Kittle, who has it and reaches forward as he's immediately brought down after he picks up the 1st down. There's a new set of downs now as the Niners now go no huddle. What did they decide to do? They stay pass. Purdy dropping back. Huff crashing in, and he gets home as Purdy gets the ball out of the last second. They call it an incomplete pass on the play. That will stop the clock at 1:37. Still all 3 timeouts in hand. Ball is snapped. Tosses right. He finds Debo, who gets to the sideline to stop the clock once more. But now we prepare for another 3rd down on the drive. This one comes from the 28, needing to reach the 30 to convert. What's the call? It's another pass. Standing tall. Farrell through the middle. And Purdy chucks it away. Narrowly avoiding another sack here, but that's enough to get this Cardinal defense off the field once more on the afternoon. So Wishnowski out for the punt again. Standing on the 14. He gets. Boots it away. Pascal is back to receive. He takes from the 29. Cuts to the left. And he's brought down just shy of the 40. And the Arizona offense gets one more chance at points before the break with some great starting field position. Let's see what they can do. So, now they set up with 1:21 left on the clock. Starting from the 39. 61 yards from the touchdown. They hand off Williams up the middle as he breaks the tackle. Wrestled down near the logo, and that's a very nice run to get them started on this drive. He's going to get 7 on the ground as they let this clock tick down to about a minute left. Murray gets, scans, slings it left, hits McBride, who turns upfield and is immediately driven out of bounds as they cross midfield, and that will stop the clock right there. They look in full control right now. 52 seconds left. Snap. It's a screen, but he can't get it off as he goes down. That is a sack on the play for Javon Hargrave, and the Cards will call their first timeout after that one. Gives them a chance to regroup and decide what they want to do next with this drive. They do end up losing 13 on the sack, backed up to their own 40. The ball is snapped. Looking. He's hit as he throws, and it's picked off in the hands of Lenore as he takes it up the middle. Finally spun down into the 50, and what a play to shift the momentum of this game as that halftime break looms in the wings. What a swing of momentum. Murray had eyes on the long ball shot to Hamler where he looked like he had a step, but it was Bowser who got home once again to place the hit that altered that throw, and Lenore was aware enough to get on the end of it to secure the takeaway. And now Purdy and Co. come out. Here we go. 38 seconds left. They go split back. What's going to happen? Purdy gets. Cards blitz. And he goes down finally. That is a massive sack as he's brought down by the pair of Ojulari and Mack. As Lincoln Tomlinson comes up injured after the play, causing the automatic timeout for San Fran. They would have called it anyways, but just like that, they back up 10. 2nd and 20. They snap. It's a screen. It gets to Debo, squeezing between the blocks, makes a move, but can't escape the rest as he makes it back to midfield before he goes down, and they call timeout. So now here it is, 3rd and 10 from the 50, 29 seconds left. Ball is snapped. Collins down the middle, and Purdy goes down as the Cards call their second timeout following the massive play from Damon Collins, and now the ball will get punted right back once again to the Cards. 16 seconds remaining. Let's see what they do. From the 20, they give to Will. No play action. Murray steps up and immediately run over by Armstead. A huge statement play by this Niner defense, and they can let that be what they take with them into the second half, as that will bring us straight into the halftime break. And as we find ourselves halfway through this massive NFC West clash, San Fran is keeping themselves within striking distance of the defending NFC champs, but Arizona is still looking to pull away ASAP. Now let's send you back to the studio for the halftime report. Thank you for that introduction, and let's take a look around the league today. We'll start with the other competitor in this division, as up in Seattle, the Seahawks grinded out a tough win against the desperate Jets to keep on the pressure, as a Cardinal loss today would now be just 2 games back in the division. We keep the theme of division rivalries going, as down at Houston, it was the Texans who pulled themselves within a game as they took down the Jags by pounding the rock with Dameon Pierce, who punched in 2 scores on the day. And over in Vegas, our other mid-Sunday matchup has the Bucks leading the Raiders by a score of 7-3 following a Rachaad White score just moments ago. What a game that's going on all across the league, especially those ones we highlighted. But now, we'll fly our way back into the Glendale Stadium. These teams have stayed tight thus far, but the Cards are the only one that have found points, and the Niners have to get their own quick if they hope to keep a hold of this one. Thank you, and let's take you back to the field for the second half of action. Moody kicks off our second half, but Shelley is back to receive once more. He gets and takes out from his own end zone, moves right, and he is wrapped up shy of the 25, and that brings up the Cardinal offense to begin the second half, who have a prime opportunity here to go up 3 scores. Let's see how they decide to attack this. Starting on the 23, it's a shotgun look. They're going to give to Pat. No, play action. Murray patient. He throws right. Has Patterson, who bursts down the sideline, runs through Oliver, finally wrestled down by a pair of defenders, but what a play to start the half, and this one quite literally appeared out of nowhere. What a play there. The defense seemed to forget about Patterson after the fake, so Murray threw this to give him a running start, allowing him to build the momentum to run straight through a defender and get down the field quick. That will be 25 on the reception, 2 yards shy of midfield now. They give to Williams, up the middle, powers forward through Greenlaw as he meets the dirt. A nice run to get them into enemy territory. Murray now goes under center as Connor subs in as the back. They hand off to him, powering up the middle, fighting through a tackle with the marker, and he does enough to get the ball across, and that will keep those chains moving, as that is another first down. That will be 8 more on the ground. Now they find themselves on the 49er 40. Another for Connor, another for Connor. Here we go. And he is met again by Greenlaw, but this time he can't power through him as he's stopped after a short gain on the play. But now Connor is slow to get up, and he'll take a trip to the bench to get checked out by the medical team. So with that, They will get 2 yards on the run. McBride looks uncovered off the line. Murray gets, immediately rifles to it, pulled down from behind by Ufunga. What a gutsy decision right there. They saw their ultimate opportunity, and they absolutely took it. They knew this was going to work if they got it just right, and they did. Here we go. Let's take another look at this. He knew if he was going to hit McBride, he had to be lightning fast, and that ball was out just as fast as he got it. And we are now hearing that James Conner is suffering from elbow bursitis, so they will hold him out for a bit to rest it. So here we go. After 21 on the grab, now into the red zone. What's their call? The ball is snapped. Murray slides right, fires to the end zone, and he has it! Touchdown, Cardinals! And a picture-perfect connection on the pass makes Tyson Williams the man who brings in the touchdown catch out of the backfield to give them the start to the second half that they wanted. What a connection right there. This was a perfect route to set up him between the two zones, allowing him to bring this one in uncontested near the pylon for another 6 to put on the board. Here is Garfield for the point after. His kick is up, and it is good. And with that, Arizona lengthens the gap once more as they lead by 17. Hawk kicks us back off. Drayton back to receive. He gets and takes out from his own end zone, up the middle and cut down. Yes, cut down around the 20. And now the Niner offense appears for the first time following the break. Looking to take the 0 off the board. Purdy goes under center. McCaffrey the lone back. Purdy drops back. He fires middle, and Gray could not bring it in. Very tight coverage from Marco on the play, not allowing him to secure the catch. After the incompletion, moving to second down. Ball is snapped. Looking, pressure coming, and he goes down. That is a sack on the play, and it is the second of the game for none other than Bryce Huff. And Purdy just got swallowed by the one-man army there. Huff turned on the Jets after winning his battle at the line, and before Purdy knew what was happening, he was already on the ground trying to pick himself back up off the dirt. So they end up losing 12 on the sack, backed up inside their own 10. Can they make something happen here? Purdy gets... Pocket collapses, looking for something, and he chucks this away, and they say he got just outside the tackle box. Very nearly a safety there, both by sack and by intentional grounding, but they crawl away with just the 4th down. So Wisnowski out for the punt deep in his own end zone. He gets, boots it away. Pascal back to receive once more. He gets at his own 45, across midfield, he turns it right, around the defender, jukes inside the punter, finally pulled down from behind inside the 40, and that makes Murray's job very easy as they start just yards away from field goal range. And with that, the drive will begin on the San Fran 37. 8.5 minutes left in the third. Connor, the lone back, he gets pushing up the middle and ripped down after a short gain. It's good to see him back in the action. After just one, it's now 2nd and 9. Murray gets. He takes off right, throws upfield, has Wilson uncovered, gets past the 6, quickly wrestled down near the sideline, but another big catch on the day for the second-year receiver gets them a new set of downs. That's 11 on the catch. Now up to the 25. Murray drops back, sliding out of the pocket. He slings it left. He finds his man, and he's in! Touchdown, Cardinals! And of course, it is money man McBride that they look towards to break this game wide open as they now just as fast take a 3-touchdown lead against their division rivals. Murray bought himself so much time as he took the hit at the end, but he'll be happy with it as it allowed McBride to get to the open space where he would get on the end of the pass and find the end zone for another score. Garfield for the point after. His kick is up. And it is good. And after a 3-play, 37-yard drive, that means the shutout continues as Arizona's lead grows to 24 on the day. The ball will now go back to San Fran, needing some sign of life, starting on the 21. Latu motioned. They're going to give to McCaffrey. He hits the gap middle, cuts it left, still going, finally brought down by Thompson, and a vital tackle there. And he could have gone all the way. 15 on the carry. Now they decide to go eye for him. Another for McCaffrey. No, play action. He rifles left. Finds Debo, but he can't bring it in. An incredible play by Stevenson to knock that ball out of his hands before he got off to the races. Moving to 2nd down from the 36. Back to McCaffrey. Up the middle. Blocks are set. Across the marker and dropped on the logo once more by Thompson. And they may have found something here with McCaffrey running the ball. They spotted on the 50. pistol look. Handoff for McCaffrey. He fights through early contact. Ayuk holds a block, allowing him to cut inside towards the sticks. Sent down once more in the secondary, and that is 3 straight carries of 10 plus for him on the drive. Now up to the 37. Cards put 5 on the line. Purdy gets pressure coming, and he goes down. That is a tackle on the play, this time by their all-pro safety, Budda Baker. And this defense is absolutely relentless, as that is their 6th sack of the game. They called Baker in on the safety blitz, and he timed it absolutely perfectly, flying off the right side and getting home to drop Purdy for the big loss. Officially, they will go back 9, looking at a 2nd and 19. Ball is snapped. Purdy forced out of the pocket once more. Mack closing, and he chucks this one out of bounds, very nearly another sack on the play. That would be back-to-back for them, but they do avoid it. The first third down of the drive from the Cardinal 46, needing 19 to convert. Snap. It's a screen, and this one hits the dirt. He's tried to get it to Ayuk, but Huff was quick to get into the backfield for him to get it there, and this very promising drive now stalls out. Wishnowski once more for the punt. Standing on the Niner 40, he boots it away. Pascal back to receive, but once again, he will not get a chance to return as this one is sent straight out of bounds, and if Arizona plays this drive right, they could end this one right here in the third quarter. Ball is marked out at the 11. Murray under center. Connor the lone back. Murray drops back, scanning the field, running right, and he tosses it away, avoiding the sack as that was nothing open, and that was very close. Great coverage there, allows them to move to 2nd down. They're going to give to Connor up the middle, tackle down short of the 15, and now let's see how they decide to attack this situation. So here is 3rd down from the 14, needing 7 to avoid the 3 and out. Murray will get. He slings it left. Hollywood comes back to it, bring it in, but Thomas takes him down and they mark him just short. Just the 2nd time they target their superstar, and it is not enough. So possession will now go back to the Niners. They start on the 41, 9 shy of midfield. Purdy will get. He quick fires for Ayuk, who holds onto the hit from Marco, and that's a solid completion to get them started. That will be 7 on the catch. 2nd and 3 now to come. Ball is snapped. Rifles left. He hits Debo, who breaks the tackle, followed by Collins, who brings him down near midfield. And let's see, the officials, they will mark him down just short of the marker. So now it's a 3rd and 1 from the 50. Purdy drops back. Pocket closing, and he goes down. That is a sack on the play, and it's the 2nd of the game for B.J. Ojulari. What a sack there. Ball is going to be punted back to Arizona. They start on the 25. Minute 30 left in the quarter. Williams goes set in motion. Murray gets. He fires deep right. Wilson gets to it. He breaks away from a defender, avoiding another. He's got it. Touchdown, Cardinals. That is a massive one-play Michael Wilson score. And that's a massive play for the 2nd-year receiver as he just put this game out of reach. What a call, what a play, and what a catch. They decided to take a shot, and it paid off as he got this one in stride, turned on the burners, and he got himself the score. So now, Garfield here for the point after, as we're going to switch out of this replay in just a moment. Here we go. His kick is up, and it is good. And in one play, they go 75 yards to go up by a whopping 31 on the day. Now, San Fran just has to be looking to do something in this one from this point on. Starting on the 25. They're going to give to McCaffrey. He gets rocked. Huff completely ran through him in the backfield, and that's yet another statement in this dominant game. So, they will end up losing 1. 2nd and 11 now. Purdy's going to drop back. He rolls left. He's hitting. The ball is out, but they call this an incomplete pass, but still a great play from Farrell to get home there. So, back to 3rd down from the 24, needing to reach the 35 for the first. Snap. It's a screen. It gets to McCaffrey, and he immediately has a defender on him, and he can't escape as he is fought down by Marco Wilson. And now it's even the simple screens that aren't working for them today. Huff was not fooled. He knew they would go to the only guy with any sort of production, and he was there to apply the initial pressure. And so with Wishnowski, for what seems like the millionth time returns, he boots it away. Pascal is back to receive. He's going to take from the 28, pushing forward, sent down at the 40, and that will officially bring us to the end of the third quarter with the Cards ready to extend their undefeated season in a dominant defensive fashion. Our fourth quarter begins, and it looks like the backups have entered for the Cards. What will they do? They give to Jones, and he has nowhere to go, as it is Warner who blows this one up in the backfield. No gain on the play. They go with a second down now. Dobbs gets. He's going to dump to Bocelli. Quickly tackled down near the marker, and this 8th-ranked Niner defense against the scoring has been absolutely dominated as they have allowed 31 on the day. That brings us to third down from the 49 to reach the 50 for the first. The ball is snapped. Eyes downfield. Takes off right, and he will toss this one away. He eats a shot at the end of this one. Good awareness there not to take the sack, however. But they are not settling. They're going for it on fourth down, needing just one. What will they do? They give it to the fullback, fighting at the marker. Finally brought down, and they say he got it. First down, Cardinals. The drive will now continue from midfield. What do? They're going to hand off Jones up the middle, ripped down by Armstead, and he is stopped for a short gain by this Niner D-line. They give him one, second down. It's going to be another for Jones. No play action. He dumps it to Ertz, cut down quickly by Greenlaw. And there's an injured Niner on the play. It's the veteran D tackle Javon Hargrave. As he holds his arm gingerly, he will exit this game early. Back to the action. We prepare for third down, needing 9 for the first. Dobbs with the ball. He rolls right. Unloads deep. And it falls incomplete. But there is a flag down. What is the call here? Wow, they get Isaiah Oliver on a pass interference, and that is a massive bailout for the Cards as they can now keep hold of the ball. New set of downs now inside the red zone. They go back to Jones, moving left and has space. And he passed. Oh, he's blocked downfield, gets to the marker, makes a move, and finally ran down just shy of the goal line. And a nice change for him as that is a very big gain on the ground. And it looks like Dobbs took a hit, bruising his ribs, but he will be heading back out there. And so here he is as they are now just 2 yards away. A first and goal. Handoff, Jones takes flight and knocked out of the sky. And that stop was purely for pride by San Fran. They get a yard closer. Now it's a second and goal from the 1. Back-to-back runs, cuts it right, reaching forward, and he's brought down, and they rule him just short again. They're fighting hard to keep them out here. That means it's third and goal now from the 1. 7 minutes left in the game. It's a third straight for Jones, and he's swallowed up in the backfield by Bowser. And at least this defense still has the heart to keep them out of the end zone for another time. Like let's take a look at this. He flew off the line to beat the block from Arma. But Arizona isn't done. Another fourth down try from the 2. Dobbs drops back, dumps it to Jones, race to the pylon, and he's in! Touchdown, Cardinals! And for one last late score, it's their rookie running back, Sean Jones, who gets to join the touchdown party as he gets to show off the dance moves he's been working on, stuck behind James Conner and Tyson Williams on the bench. Dobbs said, go make something happen, and he did just that, winning the foot race to the pylon and getting to celebrate even more with his squad. So now, Garfield will come out for the point after once more. His kick is up, and it is good. And with that, the margin moves to 38 as the Niner offense takes back over, still scoreless in this one. Purdy gets. He rolls out left, throws crossbody, and hits Debo, who is met by Mop, who rocks to the ball is loose. Cars jump on it, and it's Cameron Thomas who gets to the ball to secure another takeaway for Arizona. And that is the nail in the coffin for this Niner team that has to regroup with a rematch coming very soon. Melifonwu was the man that brought the heat, forcing that ball free, and Thomas Sowell to get on that ball quickly, getting them off the field. And now the backup offense returns, possibly for the last time. But the officials call for further review. Let's see what they decide to be looking at here. It might be the same thing as earlier on in this game at the very beginning. They're taking a further look to see if that knee was down before the ball came out. It is very close when we're looking at it from this angle. So it looks like the officials have made their decision. Let's see what they do say.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
They say he was down, so they retain possession. The ball is snapped. He fires right, finds Gray, but he cannot hold on through the coverage, and this 10th ranked passing attack has been absolutely routed as they put together a mere 27 through the air today. Now looking to avoid a 3-and-out from the 31, needing 4 to extend the drive. Staying pass. Pressure coming. Turns and fires, and this one hits the dirt, and he eats an absolute shot as that will force another punt today. The Cards take back over, starting on the 37, 5:30 left in the game. They're going to give to Jones, moving right. He's brought down short of the 40, continuing to run this clock down. He ends up getting 2 there. They're going to go with another for jump. No, play action. Dobbs steps up and takes off left. Met and powered down near the marker. Officials are going to say just short, and that sets up 3rd down, as that means Arizona crosses 100 yards on the ground for the game. Here is 3rd and 1 from the 46. They hand off Jones. He's fighting at the 6 and thrown backwards. They say just short again. Another nice stop by San Fran, but will they go for it again is the question. They will. 4th and 1 again. What do? Back to Arma. Breaks the tackle in there because he crosses the marker. Set down shortly after, and that is another nice 4th down conversion that keeps time running on the clock. New set of downs now. Dobbs takes off right. Scanning, looking, and he tosses this one away. Nice work to avoid the hit once again. Trying to preserve those ribs as they move to 2nd down. Ball is snapped. What is he going to do? He fires right, and it hits the dirt. Jones could not bring it in as he ate a perfectly timed hit. So now, another 3rd down to come. Still needing 10. A 3rd straight pass. Rifles left. Pascal goes up, but he cannot bring it down. Perfect coverage from Lenore, and that is yet another 4th down forced by the Niner defense. But this time, it looks like they do punt. So Niners have it at the 20. Under 3 minutes left. Purdy waits, pocket collapsing, and he goes down. That is a sack on the play for Jai Sanders. Now back-to-back weeks with sacks for him, making the absolute most of his opportunities. This was just great work. Won his matchup and wrapped up Purdy just as you draw it up, and that will officially, with that play, with that big sack, bring us to the 2-minute warning, as we are finally ready to see this one out and to come to a close. Final 2 minutes after losing 10 on the sack. They're going to give to McCaff. No play action. Standing tall. Unloads deep right. Debo goes up and he cannot bring it down. Theo Jackson, the man in coverage there. Loving to see these backups making plays. 3rd down now, still needing 20. The ball is snapped. Looking, and he goes down. Yet another sack. This time it's Cameron Thomas, the man who almost had a fumble recovery a little bit earlier on, but now he has this moment with a big-time sack. Cards take back over. They will kneel once. Back to victory formation. They kneel twice. And the Cardinals have officially completed the shutout of the San Francisco 49ers as the scoreboard reads 38-0. While the first half stayed competitive, the second half showed the absolute dominance the Cardinals are capable of. If you enjoyed, remember to like, comment, subscribe, turn on those notifications down below. And I will see you all next time. Cards travel to Seattle to take on the Seahawks.